Hello world, here's a quick video on how to install the latest version of the Cisco Umbrella roaming client. It used to be called the Umbrella roaming client, but these days Cisco has been consolidating their code base to make for one endpoint agent client package that works for all of their solutions. So there is a slight difference these days. The old Umbrella roaming client is officially discontinued, so you're basically going to want to go ahead and use the latest version for upgrades and all the rest. So first thing you want to do is log into your Umbrella console. I've already done so here. Then go to roaming computers, go to roaming client, and you're going to download two things. One is the pre-deployment package. So this is a zip file containing all the necessary Cisco Secure Client files. And then you're going to want to download the roaming profile, which is the same one. If you're familiar with the old Umbrella client, it's a orginfo JSON file that's specific to your organization. I've already saved mine, so I don't need to keep it around. So let's take a look at the folder. So we have the orginfo JSON. So first thing we want to do after we've unzipped our package is come and paste this file into the profiles Umbrella folder. Now back to the install itself, we actually only need two things for Umbrella. That's the core base module of the Cisco Secure Client and then the Umbrella module itself. Now at this point we could simply double click to install. If you're running the older version of the Cisco Secure Client, I think prior to version 1.63, I think it was not auto-updating, but that has been since remedied. So current versions will auto-update themselves as new versions are released. Now I could, like I said, I could just double-click that, that'll work, and then double-click the Umbrella module, that'll work too. But that tends to leave the client in a bit of a messy state. Because this is a unified code base from Cisco, it's going to want a whole bunch of things turned on, notably the VPN module. Now we're not actually using the VPN module for Umbrella, so it's good to clean that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the install using a command line parameter to disable the VPN client completely. So I'm just going to copy and paste this into a command prompt. Now start wait is to let the Windows installer or msiexec complete the installation of the MSI file before returning control. This it's normally a really small package, but I like to be sure when, especially if I'm doing testing, that wrong location, that it's complete before I attempt the second part, which is the Umbrella module. So let's go to our downloads folder. And paste in the command. So this should take only just a moment. It's running the services, running all that good stuff. And as soon as it returns control, that's effectively telling me it's done. I can go ahead and grab the next part of the command, paste that in. And then before I log off, I don't have to restart, I can just log off, but let's just make sure that the services were installed by going to services tool, snap-in, and I can see here the AnyConnect VPN client is running and the Umbrella agent is running. Don't worry about this one. This is only valid for Cisco's cloud firewall services. It's just, again, part of the standardized consolidated code base. We don't need it for just Umbrella. So let's go ahead and log off and just log back on. I made a change, don't worry about that. That was just my text file. This is all real time, no trickery and post-production editing of anything. So as soon as it comes up, I'll go and launch my browser again, which will bring us back to the Umbrella console. And at the same time, I'm going to go and wait for the Cisco Secure Client to show up in the system tray. If all goes well, there we go. Our system is now showing up in the list, and more importantly, I have the Cisco Secure Client agent icon. I can click that, and notice I've only got a, hide, there we go, an Umbrella module. So if you happen to be running a slightly older version, or you didn't pre-disable the VPN client profile, you'll see another part of this dialog box saying Umbrella or VPN client disabled. It can cause some confusion for users. We don't want that. We don't want to create help desk calls to IT teams. So generally recommend disabling that, assuming, of course, you're not actually using the Cisco Secure Client for connecting to ASA firewalls, Meraki's, or anything like that. Again, in the context of just Umbrella, we don't need it. We just need this module. So we can see that it's running. We can also just come in here into the console. We can actually see the version that's installed. Where is it? Somewhere here. There we go. So like I said, 51780 is the latest. If you're running anything substantially older, you just need to deploy on top of that. So a couple of things to note. So that's, and just to prove, again, no trickery. This is the system that I just installed on, CSL Test 1. That is the system. So good way to prove the version and that it's running and operational. If you do have the VPN profile there and you want to get rid of it, you could reinstall. That's obviously one way. If you're already running the latest version, it's probably a bit messy. All you really need to do, I've got this KB article up, is create this XML test file with this context. You get this right off the Cisco website, and you're going to copy it into, on Windows, that location. Log off, log back on, and the VPN module will just disappear from view. And there you go. That's the easy way to install it. And if you want to just double check that it's installed properly, go to welcome.opendns.com from the browser, any browser on that system, and you should get a very nice confirmation that it's installed. You can test as well by going to internetbadguys.com, and if all the planets are aligned correctly, we should get a nice block page, there we go, with some information. One thing to note, by default, the Cisco client will ignore any local domains or any domains ending in .local. That's another discussion if you're running Active Directory, things like that. You should have your local domains already declared, but anything ending in .local will be automatically excluded and will be treated as a local resolution. So what that means is when it goes to google.com, it knows google.com is not local. It's going to go out to the web to resolve the actual IP address. If you're going to domain controller or file server.local, it knows .local is not a publicly resolvable domain, and we'll keep that to your local name servers, your Active Directory, and all that, so that'll work correctly. So with that, there you go. That's the very quick and easy deployment of the Cisco Secure Client with Umbrella. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.